I think some productivity will go up, but not all, and it could be a great coach. But if someone doesn't know how to do it and they're not taking the time to ask the coach, you're shit out of luck. If people have that mentality, they're screwed in life.
All right, so we're going to talk about how Khan Academy's AI shows how businesses will level up. I watched a TED Talk with Salman Khan. I think it's Salman Khan or Sal. Let's just call him Sal Khan. So he's the founder of Khan Academy. People need to be coached. People need to learn. And now you have an AI that's very patient that will coach someone 24/7. Okay, the way I look at it is productivity is going to skyrocket.
I don't know about that. I think some productivity will go up, but not all. And I'll give you a great example of this. So I'm on this text thread and we call it alpha. And there's a handful of us in there and people are always asking like, hook me up with the alpha. They're pretty much saying like, hook me up with like, some good trades or anything that'll make them some money. So one of my buddies said, oh, check out this stock. It should tank. And I think it tanked around 40%. I didn't end up shorting it. I've been traveling in Brazil, so I missed it. So the buddy who said that, he responded a few days later. He's like, hey, did you get the alpha? And the other guy was like, oh, I didn't know what to do with it. And I responded at that time, like, you should have shorted it. He's like, how do I do that? I was like, go call up Fidelity and ask them or Google it. He's like, that's not that helpful. But it's just like, if they're not willing to take the time to research how to get it done and they just want someone to spoon feed it, for those kind of people, the AI or the coach won't help either because they're not going to ask the coach questions. They just want someone to tell them the answer and they don't want it to be an AI. They just want you to go and do it for them. And if people have that mentality, they're screwed in life. Like, there's just some people that I've seen and I know, and some of them are good friends and I love them to death. They're just not willing to go take the time and research. If they were told to go and short it, but they didn't do it because it's not that they didn't want to do it. They don't know how to short, yet they didn't ask Google or call up the brokerage or anything like that. They're not going to figure anything out. And the same goes with marketing. If there's some latest and greatest SEO tactic, or you and I have talked about creating carousels and they still work really well on LinkedIn. But if someone doesn't know how to do it and they're not taking the time to ask the coach or research it on their own, you're shit out of luck. They're not going to get the results anyways. But I do think AI is going to help a lot of industries, including marketing, and it could be a great coach, assuming the inputs are accurate. If the inputs are great and they're not outdated, and I think this is going to be a tricky part with marketing, because if it's crawling everything and the AI needs to be trained to pick up accurate information. So how do you know what's accurate and what's not? And B, only recent information, because a lot of these algorithms on these platforms change on a daily basis. I think Google does somewhere around 8 or 9 algorithm updates a day. A Search Engine Land had an article about that a long time ago. If they're taking old articles that are a few years old and some that are inaccurate, people are going to have coaches giving them misinformation. And that's going to be a huge issue in marketing because things change on a regular basis. What was valid and correct 2 years ago may be wrong today.
Yeah, so I believe now with ChatGPT 4, there's ability to browse the active web, so it doesn't go 2 years back. So there could be misinformation, there could be outdated information for sure. The majority of people don't know how to ask questions, but also I think we can agree for the most part that the education system is outdated and frankly kind of broken. And I believe this way of teaching is going to be a new way of teaching because the way we have been taught to succeed or learn has been more of something from like the industrial age where we're taught to kind of just be cogs in the wheel. Whereas if you really do want to win today, you have to learn to think for yourselves and things like that. And I believe these models will facilitate that.
Yeah, no, totally. And look, I think you hit the nail on the head in which people have to get used to a new style of learning and they have to be proactive themselves and they have to be passionate about the topic or else they're not going to want to continually learn about it. But AI, fast forward many, many years, I think this type of coaching models can help really well in marketing or any type of model, especially in business. It can make it more effective. You can also bring different people's perspective. And you can even have AI, let's say, crawl your whole blog, right? Eric and I have written a lot of blog posts. So you can take the people that have a lot of similar thought processes, assuming you want your team members to follow those approaches, and tell the AI coach, hey, when people ask marketing questions, pull from this repository because this is the stuff we want our team to actually be leveraging. Now, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'm here to answer them and help you out. If you enjoyed the video, like it, share it, tell people about it. Thank you very much.